This is Served with me, Andy Roddick. Please hit subscribe. We drop new episodes every week. Fonseca loses to Hamad Medvedev.
Yes.
But water's wet and the Brazilians were going.
I mean, the scene was absolutely
the
scene was absolutely absurd. I mean, I think on the socials it was more about when the guy beat Fonseca, he gave the sleep. He put them all to sleep.
Yeah.
But it's because
the old Steph Curry.
Yeah, the old Steph Curry. But for 2.5 hours, this Brazilian crowd in Rome was absolutely absurd. Sean, play this clip. This is Fonseca serving 5-5 in the third. He's getting the tennis balls right now. For you guys listening on audio, it's 5-5 in the third. This is the crowd, and the scene is like people. I mean,
it's like a music festival.
It looks like a freaking music festival. The players are coming back to the baselines right now. This is still going.
Medvedev has, I'm just saying, he's got like some almost like Karatsev calves there, by the way, also.
Fonseca is serving right now. Like, he's hitting the ball right now. Crowd's still going nuts.
I mean, this is so much fun.
This is like rock star stuff.
I want to be in that, like on either side of it, by the way.
Like, it's incredible. And granted, both players were like, afterwards, were like, this is a little frustrating. Both players said that, but that's amazing.
And it's not, and the thing is like, that's what you want to play in. Like, those types of atmospheres is like, put it in my veins. I'm either going to be the guy who shot Bambi, or I'm like, everyone loves me. Like, that's a great situation to be in. Can we say that?
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll get canceled at some point. Hopefully not this week. I mean, it's not easy if you're Fonseca too.
He alluded to that at the end.
He talked about that. Yeah, he said that.
It's this thing where he doesn't have he can't like melt into being a top 10 player. Like, it's just this craziness, and we're seeing it with like Fonseca, and we're seeing it with Eala, and we're seeing like these silos of borderline obsession before people are like top 5 players, and then you get to like, I'm curious your thoughts on those silos, JW, and like, have we seen it before? Is it unprecedented? Are we just acting like it's new and it's been there before? Are there reasons? And then also, we keep saying how popular Sinner is in Italy. And Fognini, and by the way, all of you who are like, why you call him Fognoni? I go, because I've called him Fognoni for 20 years in the locker room. Shut up. I know how to say his name. God, you so...
Thank you for all those comments. I loved screen grabbing them and sending them to Andy.
I was just... I'm like, I know how... what do you think they say? Advantage what? Oh, God.
Fognini.
Well, it's disrespectful. It's disrespectful
all
when
right,
you go...
All right.
Okay, sorry. Side tangent, but JW, just give us a couple of little nuggets on this craziness still around Fonseca. The Eala movement are the two most obvious
These
ones.
People are all like 20 years old, by the way.
That's what I'm saying. It's not as if they're Grand Slam champions like it. Like, and then Sinner getting higher ratings than soccer in Italy. Like, this is crazy. How much fun is this for tennis?
I was going to say, to take a step back, don't we want this?
Yes!
Wouldn't there be something really weird if players were playing behind like pastures of empty seats and quiet crowds, and Sinner was doing what he's doing and not popular in Italy? We love this. I mean, I think with we were talking about this on Tennis Show. The only one comp I could really come up with was Anna Kournikova, where the reception and the popularity was wildly disproportionate to the achievements and the results. That was always kind of like icky, and whatever, you could laugh at the frat row that said like marry me, but it was a little icky. I think this is like just good fun. The Philippines starving for a champion, and here comes this polished young woman who's arrowing up the top, arrowing up the rankings. Great, love it. Same with Fonseca. I mean, I think, he talked about it. It was funny because it was sort of this double speak. I mean, he sort of talked about the Brazilian crowds doing him no favors, and he sort of meant in like, I toss the ball up in the air and I hear the crowd noise too, and I'm also here. I'm distracted when they yell out during points. I think there's a much more macro point to be made of, I'm not sure it's great for his development to be this much of a rock star. And, I think he was like, I don't know, he was like the 27th seed in Rome, and he's getting this rock star treatment. And I think, he may need a little bit of a gap, a little more space between him and the crowd before he sort of fulfills everything that they have in store for him. But no, I mean, I think on balance, it's great. And I think players sometimes, oh, the atmosphere was dead out there, or oh, they put me on second to last and there wasn't a crowd. Anyway, I get it. It's 5-all in the third set. You're trying to concentrate and you don't need, the samba playing. But I think just big picture, what a great atmosphere. How great that tennis has these sort of traveling fan segments. And again, I mean, I think about Eala and I'm thinking like, here's this country starved for sports success and they have completely taken to her. Ride that train. And yeah, maybe she's playing on bigger crowds than her rankings should govern, but I don't have a problem with that. And yeah, I don't know. I think Sinner, we sometimes sleep a little bit on him. I was writing, he's not Carlos Electricity, right? And he's not having Twitter beefs, and he's not saying outrageous comments in press conferences. And he's not like
0%. Just so we're clear, that's not a negative. He is 0% thirsty for anything past just winning. He is 0% thirsty. Some people go get clicks. He doesn't give a shit about clicks. I don't think. Maybe that's the point.
I mean, he does. He just recently did a funny coffee commercial, right? He's doing stuff with Bocelli. He's getting mentioned by F1 drivers. Like, he is transcending just the simplicity of tennis, but he's doing it without being thirsty,
he's the Pope.
Right? Yeah,
he's the Pope's favorite player.
Yeah. But he's doing it just in like a swaggy, cool, like chill way.
Comfortable.
Yeah.
I mean, one thing we always say a lot is like, don't be who you're not, right? If you're not the outrageous guy, like don't get in Nick Kyrgios Twitter beefs. I think the other part to this is, I think some of this is just very calculated. It's not in the interest of my best tennis to be outrageous and go advertise my social life on social media. I mean, I think some of it is just, it is who he is. And if you talk to people in the town where he's from, or if you talk to some of his young coaches, even some of the ski instructors, this is very consistent with his personality. But I also think he's made a decision. Look, I'm trying to win tennis matches here. I'm not trying to get likes and follows. And it's not in service of my best tennis to have Twitter beefs. But in Italy, he's playing in a fifth major right now. And I think sometimes I think sometimes we didn't recognize that, like when Rafa played Barcelona and Madrid. This is a big tournament for him. Remember, last year didn't go quite as he had wanted to in Rome. This is a huge event for him, and he's getting treated like the biggest sports star in the country, which is basically what he is.
Yeah. But the other thing that I think we need to, because you say one thing where he's not like, Carlos walks in and like is looking at everyone. I think Sinner walks in, he's head down and goes about his business, and there's a difference. It doesn't mean that one is better than the other. But the other thing I want to differentiate, when we talk about Jannik, like you see him in interviews, he's not giving you zero like Lendl or, like strategically zero like a Lendl or a Pete or any of the other players who just didn't want to speak. Mm-hmm. He's funny.
He's funny.
Like he gives a thing, they're talking about, the Bumble. He's like, I don't need that. Like
the Bumble dating app thing. It was
like
hilarious.
He gives you, it's not as if he's giving you nothing at all.
Yeah.
Like that's far from what it is. It's just, he's going, I am this guy. I don't need extra. Mm-hmm. Right? Like he's not the same as what we've seen before. He's very warm. He's very professional. He doesn't give you one-word answers. That's not him at all. So it's different than maybe we would have described those players from the past in a similar way. It's not that at all. It's just, he's not extra and thirsty. Like it seems like he's very comfortable, and it seems like, the North Star is always just the tennis.
Yeah.
And it seems like he's able to simplify, compartmentalize, and
I would love to see him play like in an early matchup, have to go up against a Fonseca with this like energy and this crowd.
But that's the thing, he can deflate.
I would just love to see that so much because as a sports fan that came from outside of the tennis, I just love the raucous nature that it's bringing, and